A decade ago, our region started talking about the significant increase of residents aged 65 and older. Surveys show that most older adults want to age in place, remaining in their homes or communities as they age, rather than move to a retirement community or care facility. Healthy aging is not just about eating right and exercising. Our built environment, neighborhoods, and support systems also play important roles in successful aging in place. Mark's KC Communities for All Ages program and the First Suburbs Coalition work with local cities and counties to prepare for the increase in the older population. To help our area become more age-friendly, KC Communities for All Ages and the First Suburbs Coalition studied age-friendly communities in Europe, Canada, and the US. They conducted focus and discussion groups, then developed a structured program for local cities and counties to use to get started. A Communities for All Ages checklist was developed to help participants examine current policies and programs in these 6 categories. The program offers 3 levels of attainment. For the bronze level, a city builds awareness of the issues. For silver, they conduct a self-assessment using the checklist. For gold, they apply an age lens to a major city plan. Here are what representatives from the gold level cities have to say about the program.
Within the Lee's Summit community, as we consider new projects or redevelopment of existing areas, for us it's important to make sure that any design of sidewalks and sustainability and walkability includes people of all ages. Lee's Summit has benefited significantly from our focus on community for all ages. We've provided not only the welcoming and infrastructure improvements, but has also just been a good resource and has added to our list of services for people of all ages, including our aging adults.
We take age-friendly to mean that as a city, when we implement something, either a piece of infrastructure or a program, that we can do it in a way that serves the majority of people, whether it's making something more accommodating for a wheelchair or for a stroller. It seems like the best practice for us. And so we had education sessions with our City Council and Planning Commission to just really build awareness around the demographics and how that might play out in a city like Mission. We earned our gold level recognition with our Parks Master Plan and have since updated our comprehensive plan with the age lens and age-friendly concepts. Being a part of this program also, I would say, makes decision-making easier for our City Council. We are a community for all ages, so why wouldn't we support something that would make a program better for more of our residents?
So we participated in an experience to work on a master plan for one of our public spaces to try to implement various universal design elements. I think when people think about community for all ages, they think automatically about our older population, our older adults that need that access for mobility purposes. But what really is true is that it helps everybody. As you can see here at our park, we have a lot of families and a lot of mothers and fathers pushing strollers. And they are able to get from point A to point B just within the scope of this park very easily because we have all paved surfaces, we have ramps, we have wide walkways, and also we have some playground equipment that helps for individuals with disabilities or even, kids in a stroller who can't quite walk yet.
For us, the Bike Master Plan was something that we had looked at from a staff level as a way to look at transportation connectivity within our city. And this particular program allowed us to look at it not just through a can we connect, but how should we connect, and does it meet the needs of people in different ages and different abilities. One of the things that we have found is that all users benefit from this all ages lens, down from our very young moms and dads who are maybe pushing a stroller and walking with a toddler who's just learning how to walk, cyclists who are maybe more confident on that infrastructure, and those of us that may need some mobility devices to help us get around. those infrastructure choices benefit all of us, and that bicycle master plan helped us really figure out where those connection points work and where that public investment should be.
We're working towards implementing a program that will actually get more housing in a universally designed way. We're looking at how we can change that and make it a more livable, walkable community. Universally designed does not necessarily mean accessible. It just means that you're able to age in place without having to look for another alternative of a way of living, meaning wider hallways or zero entry to front door, back door, garage, just less stairs, or the ability to have grab bars installed later in life in your bathrooms. And so very interesting to start seeing these types of things come to fruition, not only an idea, but now, brick and mortar pavement, things being put in the ground to where you can see these changes actually happening and for the betterment of the city. I think that people are taking notice of these changes that not only are happening on the private side, but things that the city are doing internally to be able to create a more inclusive and age-friendly projects here in the future and currently.
So Kansas City Communities for All Ages creates the opportunity to take a really good look at what your city offers and maybe what your city wants to offer that it doesn't yet have. So we're looking at different policies, the built environment, areas where residents that are of all ages can participate, be included. So in 2021, their Parks and Recreation Board adopted their strategic plan for the next 5 years. And it included language that specifically stated that they wanted to make sure that their amenities were accessible to people of all ages and abilities. So there are plans now for a park that will include equipment that is accessible and all-inclusive with more walking trails. That was the number one request, was we love the walking trails, we want more. So now that we've created this culture where we're looking through an age lens at all the different things that our city can do, we now have ES Aging Well, which is a task force made up of people who are concerned about issues affecting older adults. And so we hope that that will perpetually in the future keep those issues in the forefront.
As other communities consider being more inclusive and welcoming to people of all ages and needs, I think it's important to be very intentional when you consider, again, redevelopment type projects or new construction projects. It just helps the overall sustainability of your community and just sends the message that you really welcome everyone.
So as we've worked with Mark and the ongoing support that they provide, we have really developed a culture of this age-friendly lens. And that means that when we have staff who are in a position to make kind of quick decisions about how or in what manner they're going to implement something in our community, they can do it in a way that advocates for age-friendly policies and practices that will really show up and make a difference for our residents.
What I would tell a community that is looking to get involved in Communities for All Ages is just do it. Honestly, it's not as much work as it sounds. There's a lot of support that Mark will give you, and they will really walk you through the process of making it happen.
I would encourage any city to sign up for this particular program and really think of it as a long-term investment. Don't be scared of the work up front. Really look at it as how you can have a very long conversation with your community to make sure you are meeting their needs through every single thing that you do.
Mark has an amazing staff to be able to start making that the connection and for them to start getting you on the right path. But it's a very simple process as long as you have the buy-in that's necessary from the community, from the council. But it all starts with someone who can champion the program.
So if a city is considering implementing a Communities for All Ages program, one of the things it will help you do is, with that lens, look at ways to meet citizens' needs from beginning to end of life, meeting needs of the youngest to the oldest people who are coming to use their facilities and amenities.
Our region is growing and we are living longer, so it's critically important to stay engaged in this work. Younger generations will turn 65 soon enough, and they will outnumber the current older adult population by several million in the region. And they'll also want to age in place. Learn more about how your city or county can can become a community for all ages. KC Communities for All Ages can provide resources and guidance every step of the way.